Hi, Jamie.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, look what you've grown.
Yeah, my winter
Very
beard.
impressive. Keep your face warm in this kind of weather.
Yes, helps with the frostbite.
Grace could not be here, so she gave me all the instructions for this magic stuff
Okay,
to open the meeting.
sounds good.
Is that one of your own photographs on the wall behind you? Of course, yes.
Yes, yep.
That's gorgeous. What did you make of the camera eye can see it, but human eye can't, photos of the Aurora Borealis at Lake Wyola? Is that legit?
Yeah, I could see it a little bit with my eye.
Really?
Yeah, it was definitely faint to the human eye,
Yeah.
but the camera can pick up a lot more.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Oops, there's Fred. Hey there, Fred.
Hello.
Yay.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm the host tonight because Grace could not be here, so she gave me the magic number and all that stuff to open.
Okay.
Fred, would you be willing to take minutes tonight for us, please?
Yes.
So I can
Yes.
have freedom to do screen share and all that stuff. It got very complicated.
Yeah.
So let's see. In attendance are, let's call off Jamie,
Here.
Fred,
Fred Steinberg.
Gail Fleshaker here. Okay. And we're calling the meeting to order. It is now, whoops, my clock went away. What time is it, please?
7:02.
7:02. Okay. So when we last were together at all was at the select board meeting in December, when we took our 3 requests. And the one of the requests was to get a professional to do the Drupal update. And at that point, we were talking with Origins. I had started promoting Pantheon.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it and handed me on to Origins. And I had several conversations at that point when I was at the select board meeting. Origins had thought, what we wanted was pretty straightforward. That $5,000 should cover it easily, ballpark figure. And then carried on more and more conversations with him with questions and adding things that we might do, tweaking this and doing that. And he finally said, you know what, we're a big organization and what you want, it should be done by more economically to you, would be done more economically by a freelance. And he referred me to Small Robot, this Trent, who is in Canada, and said he's done several design elements for Origins and said we'd get a much better deal that way. And given the estimates that Trent has given us for these tasks, that certainly is the case. It would have to be paid. He's in Canada, so it would have to be paid in his prices are Canadian dollars, but it would have to be paid in American dollars. So the total of his estimate for those tasks is 1,000 something CAD, and according to today's currency, it's $803, which seems a far cry from 5,000 that Origins was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any questions about those estimates or what we should do going forward?
I mean, it seems really reasonable to me.
We had left it with the select board. They gave us basically license, go ahead and get estimates and come back. So my
Mhm.
sense is that if we show up at a select board meeting and say, okay, these are the estimates, we need your approval to go ahead, then hand it off to Trent as formal approval, and he would go ahead.
Yeah,
You saw the estimates that I had in the email. Yeah.
Yep.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks great to me.
good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and ask for an agenda date, and I'll let you know, and we'll go from there. The second thing is on our agenda tonight is broadband's request to have a page not in the Shutesbury.org. And basically they want, I mean, they're really, I think, just frustrated with wordsmithing difficulties in Drupal. And what they're suggesting is WordPress some of their pages. It's not clear what they really want to put out on a different site. But in terms of any answer we give them, it seems to me we're going to be enacting a policy decision in some sense. So I'm suggesting that we come up with a policy ourselves, and then from that devise an answer to give to broadband. And Fred, you pointed out that there's already a precedent for having offsite pages with the library and the school. Slightly different circumstances. Apparently the library got their offsite page because at that point, the Shutesbury.org was not allowing links to other, like the CW Mars would not have been allowed and so forth. So basically rendered their pages on if it were kept on Shutesbury.org, and that's why they moved off. Their page is now a Google site, and it's linked. Well, we have a page on the services menu that's the library, and it's basically saying they have their own page and here's how you get there. But if I couldn't tell from what Gail was asking if she wanted to move the committee page off sites, and I think that would be a real problem. So
Well, I would presume that she just wants to be able to edit her content directly and do more.
correct, right. And let me pull up what I've done on the policy page. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so my sense was we don't need to go through all kinds of fancy hoops and hollers, but if we specify the town boards, commissions, committees, and departments shall have base pages on the town website, period. Member lists, contact information, and the links to the minutes on the base pages are maintained by the Web Communications Committee and town clerk. And that leaves open the possibility of having FAQs or any of these narrative pages off site, and keeps the Shutesbury.org stuff, official stuff, on Shutesbury.org.
Yeah, I mean, from a bigger picture, I don't see how we can stop anybody from doing whatever they want on their own website.
Except that we can say this is not an official town website.
Yeah,
And we could not link to it.
I mean, that's all we could do, but I don't know why we'd want to. is
Right.
Right, but if this were stipulated, then it's clear that the committee page, and it's hard to separate, impossible to separate broadband from Shutesbury.net. So if they keep the broadband committee page with the member lists and maybe even make their main page who they are, which points out the teamwork between Shutesbury.net and broadband. and then a link to FAQs that's over here in somebody else's domain.
Yeah,
And
I
just
don't
make
see-
sure that that page doesn't parade as a town website page.
Yeah.
And Jamie, you had some concern about WordPress as opposed to,
Something like Squarespace, just because I know we, as a committee, have a problem maintaining our Drupal site because
well,
it has
yes,
security
but
updates and stuff.
if they're gonna make their site and they want to use WordPress, why should we, direct them not to?
Well, I mean, I think, like, I don't know if they have somebody who like knows what they're doing, or
Right.
if somebody said, "Oh,
Yeah.
WordPress, you can do stuff like that in WordPress," but which you can,
Yeah.
but you have to spend a lot of time
aha,
it up, just like because you can do all those same things in Drupal that they want to do, but you have to spend time
so,
setting it
so
up.
that's a question for them to sort out. It sounded like one of the board members had experience with WordPress, or, and it may have been something just as simple as what you say, Jamie. Oh, let's do it in WordPress, and not really
Right.
know what that entails.
Right.
But that would be their,
Yeah, I mean that's their problem. Just
yeah,
as a courtesy, be like, okay, so make sure you know what you're doing, because
yeah,
Right.
you
Yeah.
need, because once you do the WordPress, you need somebody that can do those security updates every month, and then
Yeah.
when you want to make changes, you sometimes have to go back and do a bunch of things. Whereas if
Ah.
you're doing Squarespace, then you just worry about the content.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is Squarespace free?
No, but you'd be paying a host somewhere for the
Okay,
WordPress site anyway.
okay. So if there were a cost, it would come out of Shutesbury net anyway, not a town committee.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so do you think it's necessary to have Gail come and meet with us to go through all this, or can I just relay what we've said here?
I don't see why. I think we should just say, go do what you want and we'll link to it,
Okay,
or we'll probably link to it. Yeah.
yeah,
Given you take a look at it first. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, well, that brings me to another thing down in the, and I would, so as you see, I suggest here's what the web committee hopes to get done on the website. Here's who's on the website, and then bring up this paragraph from below about that talks about the links. And it's very clear there, the town is not responsible for and does not endorse information on any linked website unless we say otherwise. So at that point, we're legitimately saying you're on your own, guys.
I think that will make everybody happy.
Okay. So it's certainly not on our plate to take care of it.
Right.
Right.
And they're given license to do what they want.
Mhm.
Okay. While we're here, did you see my questions? This is from the old policy. I didn't know what they meant, really. Users should be aware that the information available on this website may not always reflect actual positions of the town. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. I would just remove it.
Okay.
My guess is that it meant the website's not always 100% accurate.
Yeah, and it's already said that above. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Don't hold it against us. Okay, then, and then here at the bottom, town of Shutesbury and its employees, or represents that this use would not infringe on privately owned rights.
Yeah. So this was already there. I was thinking this was something you wanted to add. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering about this too. Was this written by the town lawyer, or is it just something?
I don't, but already up at the top, we've said, there will not be no privacy. Where is it? Confidentiality of public records is stated right up at the beginning. So can we scratch that?
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
mean,
Um,
I
any
think that
other
probably
comment?
just got copied from somewhere else. So
excuse me?
I said I
Yeah,
get the impression this disclaimer was probably just copied from some other website.
I bet you're right. Yeah,
Um,
it does have
was-
that flavor to it. Yep.
Really stilted language.
Okay, so let me oh, come on. I just want to, no, go away. I don't want to do that. Cancel. I want to just get this lower enough that I can get up in here. What I'm trying to do is do that. So this is what it would look like without all the edits showing.
Mhm.
And this would get moved up. Let me just do that. Actually, we could just take that off. Anything you want changed or flagged?
Yeah, I'm always looking to remove things. So in the first paragraph,
Yeah,
the purpose is to provide blah, blah, and provide links that are educational or informational, period, and delete the rest.
the purpose
big.
is,
And provide links that are educational or informational. We don't need to say for Shutesbury residents and non-Shutesbury
got it,
residents.
okay. So where are you reading from?
The last sentence.
Yeah, so yeah, right there.
Eh. Do it the brute way. Yeah,
Actually, probably should say provide links to content that is, because the links themselves are not educational.
excellent. That is educational, okay, excellent.
Or you could just change educational or informational to useful. Yeah, it's good enough. You know.
I like this, yeah.
Okay.
And here again, we can just say benefit, educational, beneficial.
Yep.
Scratch this whole thing,
Mhm.
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, that looks good.
and that follows much better with the town not responsible right then and there, without all
Right.
that intervening stuff. That makes it much stronger.
Mhm. So I have a question.
Yeah,
Right there, the last paragraph above disclaimer.
yes,
It says select board reserves right to make changes to web policy. Web will review the policy so that it may make recommendations to the select board. Reading that, it implies to me that we don't have the power to actually change the policies. We can only recommend that the select board does.
well, that's why we have to take the policy for approval at the select board.
Oh, okay.
Any town policy, a committee policy has to be approved by the select board to be.
I see. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're
Yeah.
reviewing. Okay. Okay.
A few widows and orphans here. Yeah. No, this reads much better now. This is disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, do I hear a motion to accept this revision, this policy as revised?
One more thing.
Sorry, yeah,
Going back to the original point of this, is it clear that on that the base pages section that it's permissible for committees to create their own pages or their own separate websites? I mean, that was the main point of this review, right? So,
right. Well, what this says to me is that their committee page has to stay put on shutesbury.org.
right.
They can
Right.
make links from that page to other things that are educational or beneficial. Is that not,
Yeah, I guess that's clear. Yeah.
well, is that clear enough though to be able to operate from? Is that open to interpretation or does it say it clearly enough to be?
Right.
It's definitely covered. It's just not obvious unless you're thinking about it that way. Yeah. But yes.
Committees may add links directed to other town services.
Um,
No, I think it's okay the way it is now.
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Or we could say base page links.
No.
No, because the links don't have to be on the base page.
That's correct. Yeah, okay.
I mean, the only other way to do it would be have a whole other sentence saying, committees may have their own websites that they are responsible for, but
Well, and this is what's
We don't
come
say that
about
here.
with several of these committees have asked that certain things be done. So that's how we've ended up with this whole internal menu business across the top of the broadband page, recycling, who else? And they like that. And so it's there to be seen as a menu topic when you open the committee page, but it
Mhm.
doesn't take up all the room on the page. And in the case of broadband, what that will be is an offsite page.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely covered, so I think that's good.
Okay. So do I hear a motion?
Yes, I move that we accept the revised policy for submission to the select board.
Do I
I
hear a second?
second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye,
Flash shaker, aye.
I'm typing. Who seconded?
I did.
Jamie. Who's left? Okay, I'll stop sharing this.
Okay.
We ready to review minutes? Is there anything else
Yeah.
you all want to discuss?
That's good for me. That's the agenda, right?
Yep,
I don't think so.
okay.
Okay. So let's see.
Can you screen share or do I have to give you special permission?
I don't know, but what I can do, I'm doing this in Google Drive. Do you use Google Drive or Google Docs? I can share it with you and then you can display it, or I can try to share my screen. How do I, oh, here it is, share screen.
Can you do it?
Um,
Yes, you can.
It's going.
It's there. Dun, da, da, da. Whoop. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Okay. PB committee. Not to make their own site. Doesn't that sound like it's gonna be the committee
Right.
site?
I can't talk while I'm sharing, I guess. Can you still see that or no, since I paused?
Yes,
We can
Oh.
see it.
Okay, so it's just frozen. So you're looking at,
number 2.
yeah,
Go ahead and make their own site. I would say page.
well, it's a different
Oh.
website. Right?
Yeah,
We can just say, but also they will
own-
have a web committee page that lives on the Shutesbury website. So not that they
Right,
just go
okay.
make their own thing and
right.
leave everything behind.
It's not a committee, how to
How
say,
about this? Whoa. Can you see that typing?
No,
no,
Okay, I think, let me stop,
you've lost screen share.
resume sharing. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, it says we're viewing your screen. There you go.
yeah, but for some reason it mutes Fred when
Yep. Excellent. Creates. Perfect. And Matt, yes, exactly.
Okay,
That's clear. So the link is added to their existing page on shutesbury.org.
Mhm.
And the other one, they are going to create and manage. So it's off our plate. Excellent. Yep.
okay. I'm gonna type out some of these abbreviations while waiting. Broad.
You don't like BB?
Maybe not in the official minutes. Okay. Oh, oops.
We can't see what you're doing there. In number 2, the third line, that the broadband committee has, I'm missing E at the end.
Yep, okay. I fixed that.
Oh, we see the result. We don't see your action. Okay, that works. Thank you. All right, any changes, additions, amendments?
Nope, the rest looks good to me.
Looks good. Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes as delivered?
I motion to accept the minutes as delivered.
I second.
All
All in
right.
favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Okey dokey. Oh, this was short and sweet. We're done.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
done.
How
Good,
about that? Thank you, Fred.
certainly. My pleasure.
Hmm.
All right. I'll move to close the meeting.
I second that.
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Right.
30. All right, so Gail, I'll email you these minutes. Is that the
Yeah,
best?
that'd be great. And
Okay.
I'll attach a copy of the revised policy with these minutes so that it's
Excellent.
held with it. And I'll ask that we be put on the agenda at select board for both these
Okay.
things.
Very good.
Excellent.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Stay out of the snow.
I'm going away.